make a brief presentation on the activities of Puducherry Climate Change Cell in the last 4 years, and he will also be presenting the website, the knowledge management portal that we have developed in the last 4 years. Okay. I welcome you, sir.
So I'm here to address the gathering here on the capacity building activities and the knowledge management activities of the Puducherry Climate Change Cell. So the SAPCC of Puducherry was formulated first in 2013, and there were 7 strategic missions under the SAPCC. And among the 7, we had the strategic knowledge mission, which was in line with the national action plan on climate change, where there was a national mission on strategic knowledge. So in line with the national mission, we had the state strategic knowledge mission, which is basically the support mission for all the other 6 missions. So the mission objective was to enable the capacity building of the sectoral agencies on dealing with the various adaptation and mitigation targets, and building up a knowledge management center which can collect, collate and disseminate the informations effectively within the Union Territory. This focus of the mission, as stated here, is to build the capacity of the key government departments and agencies to understand climate change concerns and integrate climate change mitigation and adaptation action in the development planning and policies. Build the capacity of key government departments and agencies on accessing the various climate funds, strengthening institutions for climate change capacity building and knowledge management, building network of climate change knowledge institutions, develop a comprehensive knowledge management portal on climate change related issues and disseminate information in systematic manner, and conducting awareness and training programs to the government agencies, civil society, students and public on climate change concerns and strategies, and establishing a climate change cell in the UT to create awareness, monitor progress and coordinate among various agencies to share knowledge and implement the state action plan for combating climate change. In Puducherry Union Territory, various adaptation and mitigation activities have been undertaken by the various sectoral agencies. We have after post-tsunami, we had these World Bank funded projects under Project Implementation Agency and the CDRRP projects and the coastal restoration projects, and several projects like this which were related to climate change adaptation, and also mitigation projects taken up by the REAP through solar power installation, and the energy efficiency projects of LED bulbs and LED street lightings. And over a period of time, we have gained extensive knowledge resources which is accumulated in various departments in isolated form. And there is a need to integrate all this data into a common platform where everybody could access and could have easy access to these data at a single point. So in order to have a center where all the available knowledge and information on climate change can be pulled together, this Puducherry Climate Change Cell was proposed to be established, and it was also envisioned that the cell should act in support to formulate, implement and monitor the state action plan on climate change. So with these ideas, we had submitted the project proposal to DST Government of India under the National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change, which is the NMS KCC mission, and DST was great enough to sanction this project to Government of Puducherry, and the Puducherry Climate Change Cell was established with the DST funding. So the core functions of Puducherry Climate Change Cell is knowledge management, awareness and training, and supporting climate actions in the Union Territory. So under the in the course of our activities, we have established an extensive knowledge partner base within the UT and the other parts of the country also. We work together with the Puducherry University, Puducherry Technological University and other academic institutes, colleges in Puducherry, and national institutes like National Institute of Ocean Technology, NCCR, NCCM in Chennai, and consultancies like NAPCONS, CTRAN, Terry, and even India, and NGO partners like Pondican and others like Dan Foundation. So we work in close network with all these various organizations and agencies. And regarding the first component of climate change knowledgement, the core idea is to address the issues pertaining to the assimilation and access of relevant, up-to-date data on climate and climate change, create a knowledge repository and enhance knowledge environment, thereby bridging the gap, improving knowledge access and transfer, managing knowledge as an asset, strengthening the R&D capacity in climate change field, mainstreaming climate change concerns in the policies and programs. So knowledge management activities, basically we approach from three angles. One is the knowledge creation, another one is the knowledge collection, and knowledge dissemination. From knowledge creation angle, like we have done 3 research papers which has been published in leading journals. One is a case study of GHG reduction and sustainable solutions in chemical industries in Puducherry, and sector-wise GHG inventarization for UT of Puducherry with special reference to agriculture. And the third one is a review of studies performed to assess the impact of climate change and anthropogenic activities on coastal ecosystems at Puducherry. And last year we had prepared 2 more research papers. One is a trend analysis of air quality in Puducherry region, and another one is a heat wave analysis for the region of Puducherry and Karaikal. So these papers are under review. We have submitted for publication and it's under review. And we have also published several reports and monographs, and all these reports are available in our Puducherry Climate Change Cell website, which is basically a web-based knowledge repository developed by us. These reports like the regional climate change vulnerability assessment report, which we had prepared. We had prepared vulnerability assessment for all the 4 districts of Puducherry Union Territory as a part of the national initiative taken up by the DST Government of India for developing a national vulnerability atlas. And also we had analyzed, we have collected the weather data from, meteorological data from IMD for the period starting from 1976, and we have analyzed the various trends like maximum, minimum, average temperatures and rainfall related data for long-term trends, and we have published the report. And also you can find the findings of the report. There's a poster displayed there the back side, and you can observe that there is constant increasing trend in the temperature profile of the regions of Puducherry. And also a report on the heat wave analysis for considering the last 20 years data, 30 years data, and a report on energy benchmarking for the building sectors, commercial government buildings in Puducherry, and books on trend analysis of air quality and inventory of the water bodies in Puducherry. So all these reports are available in our website, and we have developed the, as part of the knowledge creation activities, the climate profile of the UT of Puducherry has been studied by, as I said, by observing the IMD data for the period 1976 to 2020, analyzing them and identifying the trends. And also in collaboration with Terry, as a part of the revised SAPCC, we are doing the district-wise future forecasting of the future climate scenarios, which was explained today morning by Mr. Saurabh during his presentation. And climate change vulnerability assessment, as I just told now, like we have done the vulnerability assessment for all the 4 districts of Puducherry. And sectoral vulnerability assessment we are carrying out as a part of our revised SAPCC process now for the key sectors. And air quality trend of Puducherry for the period 2010 to 20 has been long-term as well as short-term trends has been analyzed, and heat wave analysis also has been done as a part of the knowledge creation activities. And a data bank and knowledge repository for storing and retrieving climate change information at the UT level to be useful to all the stakeholders. As a part of this knowledge collection activities, we are trying to collect as far as possible all the available knowledge resources related to climate change, various aspects of climate change like adaptation, mitigations, vulnerability, all the scientific reports available at regional level, national level, international level, and put it under our knowledge repository. We have collected several case studies on best practices, and we have established a weather monitoring station with the support of DSD Government of India Fund to collect the weather monitoring data at local level, and the data are uploaded regularly in the PPCC website with all the graphs and other analytics. And we have done the inventarization of tanks and ponds, and we are continuously establishing knowledge networks with, as a part of the knowledge dissemination, we have developed the climate change knowledge portal, which was launched in October 2018, and contains various data sets like important environmental statistics of the region, climate trend analytics, vulnerability analysis, GHG inventory, SAPCC related information. Can you show that Puducherry climate change cell? And okay. And it has various set of details, like the details related to state action plan on climate change, the various missions and implementing departments, the various programs, projects, IEC activities, meetings. Under projects, if you go like various projects implemented by the department with current updates on all their activities, like the department is implementing the integrated surface water management under the NFCC scheme, and you can find all the project related documents here. We have a separate web page for this project. It's taking some time to upload. And similar project activities, all the details are put up here, and this is the NFCC project website, and we have a WebGIS based information system on all the project water bodies. And similar WebGIS system we are trying to extend to cover all the water bodies in Puducherry. Right now, for the information related to the 49 tanks and 187 ponds which are taken up under the project, is we have developed in WebGIS for that, which shows all the information like what is the coordinates, what type of tank it is, and what is the water holding capacity, and what is the quantity of project work, desilting done, and other works like sewage shutter repairs. So all this physical progress, financial progress, everything is put up in this WebGIS format. So, and we have this programs, various IEC activities, whatever we are doing, training, awareness building, and all those things, and analytics related to temperature, rainfall, vulnerability assessment details. Like the data has been analyzed from 1976 to 2020, and the trends have been presented. Similar analysis has been done for rainfall also, and vulnerability assessment analysis. All these details are here. And knowledge bank contains the research papers, reports, publications, case studies, articles, posters, other useful links. Then news and events related to climate change, and we have gallery of images and videos. And this Kids Corner is under development. And we have this weather monitoring desk where you can find out the daily weather data, and also there are links to websites which do the weather forecasting for Puducherry region. So we have included several informations related to climate change which will be beneficial for all the stakeholders of this region, Puducherry. And I welcome all this, the suggestions and valuable suggestions from the participants who are here. You are also one of our valuable partners, knowledge partners. So I request all your guidance and suggestions in improving our activities. And which one? Reports, yeah. Research papers, reports and publications. Yeah. So reports and publications, we have this PCCC, our climate change cell reports, whatever we are preparing. And also we have uploaded important reports prepared by other agencies, central government agencies like DST, MOECC, IPCC, and other reports, national, international reports related to climate change. Similarly, for research paper also we are trying to collect as much information related to research papers of national, regional, international context, and we are uploading in this. It's very slow. Yeah. So whatever is available, these are all PCC reports, research papers that have been published, and other regional research papers, national. So we are trying to develop a robust knowledge management portal for Puducherry. And can you go to the presentation slide? So under capacity building activities, presentation slide please. Under knowledge management aspect, like we are doing this awareness as well as training programs. We are doing this program called Climate Change Awareness for school students, for the schools in Puducherry Union Territory. Each month we are covering at least 12 schools, and so far we have conducted this program for about 10,000, more than 10,000 students in Puducherry Union Territory. And the basic idea is to sensitize them about the climate change and the climate science, and bring behavioral changes in the students to cope up with the bring a behavioral change in them, so that they develop a habit of practicing green good deeds. So we do the capacity building at individual level, institutional level, and systemic level. Individual level, we do the climate change education for school students, climate change awareness programs for general public, training program on waste management, water conservation, climate resilient agricultural practices, solar energy to concerned stakeholders, and also awareness through mass media and distribution of pamphlets and such. At institutional level, we conduct trainings, workshops, webinars on mainstreaming climate change, project formulation, funding mechanisms, and various other thematic areas related to climate change for the government departments and agencies. And strengthening the capacity of Puducherry Pollution Control Committee. For this purpose, we have procured respiratory air samplers and other instruments required to establish the baseline air pollution data and water pollution data, and given to PPCC for establishing a long-term baseline data. And as I said already, we have this web-based knowledge portal and knowledge networking. And at systemic level, we do the preparation of the revised SAPCC and monitoring and evaluation of the implementation of the SAPCC, and formulating other policy interventions, and so on. And also we prepare the project proposals for availing climate finance from various funding agencies. Like we have already prepared the project proposal for rejuvenation of tanks and ponds, and we have obtained fund under the National Adaptation Fund for Climate Change to the tune of around 16 crores, and the project is under implementation. And before COVID in 2019, we had conducted a workshop at Karaikal on climate change strategies and finance mechanisms, which was basically to build the capacity of the officials at Karaikal to prepare the proposals for various climate change funds like NFCC, GCF, and also to expose them to the best practices on climate change adaptation and mitigation. And after COVID, like we were not able to conduct any physical workshops, but we switched on to the webinar mode, and we had organized 13 webinars so far on various thematic areas related to climate change. And now we have organized this hybrid more session which we are having for these 2 days, which is physical as well as through webinar virtual mode. And so far we have conducted around 108 training programs in association with various agencies and on climate change related topics, and around 5,300 people had participated. And from the systemic side, like we are doing this rejuvenation of tanks and ponds project in Puducherry and Karaikal region, for which the climate change cell is the project management unit. We are rejuvenating around 49 irrigation tanks and 186 village ponds. And also one mini lake is being formed at Karaikal. And we are carrying out the revision of SAPCC, for which Puducherry Climate Change Cell is a nodal agency on behalf of DST, Department of Science, Technology and Environment. And we are working in partnership with TERI and UNEP India on preparing the revised SAPCC. We have identified almost earlier it was 18 government departments, now around 25 departments we have identified, and we are working in close coordination with them. And by June, we think we expect the draft to be ready for public consultation, and then it will be finalized with the approval of Ministry of Environment and Forest. Thank you.